There below is Barclays Center and the borough of Brooklyn. Now the starting group for the Milwaukee Bucks. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Middleton in at the 3 slot. And for Brooklyn, we've got DeAndre Jordan. Joe Harris is out there with Durant. Then there's Irving. And it's Harden in at the point guard position. Jordan finds Durant. Shoots the 3. That one no good. Now the Bucks take it the other way. Stolen by Harden. The basket good off the assist from Durant.
You know, tremendous and wonderful balance from Harden. This dude could have been a running back of the highest caliber with his size, dexterity, and balance. Never lets the defense get him out of his rhythm.
I mean, if the defender is going to play off like that, then you know what's going to happen. There are going to be points put on the board.
Harden dishes to Jordan. Here's Irving. For both teams tonight, Clark, unbelievable talent up front.
Agreed. And, you know, in the trenches, in the paint is where this one's going to be decided. It's going to be won or lost there. And that's not something we say very often in this day and age with the three-point shooting, the small ball, the spacing of the floor, the pick and roll action. But it'll be different tonight.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
And finished off by KD.
Well, his IQ is one of the best in the league. Irvin has a great feel for when his teammates are open.
Holiday goes in. And the rejection by Harden. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Following the basket by DeAndre Jordan. The shot by Holiday, no good. Irving with a clean look. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
You're exactly right. I mean, everything seems to be dropping. Impressive scoring here.
Now, here's Antetokounmpo and the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
I'll tell you what, it's absolutely foolish and futile to let Antetokounmpo get space to sprint towards the rim. I mean, the dunks he jams home are just downright filthy, ugly, nasty, wicked.
Here's Harden. Pass to Jordan. Sweet move. And slam dunk by Jordan.
Boy, somehow, some way, you got to keep Jordan away from the basket, because if you allow him to get it there, he's flushing.
Now, here's Antetokounmpo. He has 6. 1:46 left to play here in the first. Middleton the pass to Giannis. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Superb initiative from Antetokounmpo. I mean, that may be something we overlook, but being able to take that initiative allows him to be a real menace when he's rolling to the rim after a pick.
I tell you what, you better watch out, fellas. He is on fire here today. And
we all know what can happen when he gets rolling. A hot start can turn into an explosive scoring night.
Now here's Giannis. 8 points for him. Lopez. Kick out to Giannis. No good with the triple. Nets leading by 6. Right side, Kevin Durant. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. KD's got 5.
And that stroke of Durant, effortless. I mean, easily pulling up from the perimeter. Textbook form. Beautiful to watch.
Lopez passes to DiVincenzo. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. And it's Brook Lopez with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Some changes for Brooklyn. Blake Griffin, he's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Green comes in for Kevin Durant. And it's Bruce Brown in for Harris. Now here's Irving. The kick out to Brown on the wing. Harden fires the three. Up again. It's good on the putback.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing.
Teague finds Antetokounmpo. Back to Teague to halt the run, and it's good on the way up.
Hey, Teague's not a big guy, but he's not really pint-sized. Nonetheless, impressive work for the little fella to get it done inside.
The Nets shooting their initial free throws of the game right here. That free throw good from Harden. He hits both from the stripe.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Lays it up off the glass.
Yeah, you know, not every point guard would be able to find an open man right there, but Teague is always looking for the right play.
And so it's Brooklyn in control with the 9-point lead to end the quarter. This is what Giannis Antetokounmpo recently told us when he was at.
For me personally,
And for Giannis, Greg, the consistency from range has been a focal point.
The more accurate he is from outside, the wider the driving lanes become, making him nearly impossible to stop.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And looking at what we've seen so far from the Nets, what do you guys think?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Yeah, you know, I agree. No warm-up needed. They came in on fire and have already built a nice lead.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. So for Brooklyn now, we've got Harden. Green is out there with Durant. Then there's Griffin, and it's Brown in at the 2. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. It's stolen by Green. KD with it. Now guarded by Middleton. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Durant, and Luwawu subbed in for James Harden. And then for Milwaukee, Giannis Antetokounmpo's checked in for P.J. Tucker, and it's Teague in for Chris Middleton. Griffin against Giannis. And the dunk by Giannis.
I tell you, that's why Antetokounmpo is so feared league-wide. I mean, when he's close to the rim, he's most likely going to flush it on you.
Brown against Teague. Brown outside. There's the pass to Luwawu. Just 5 to shoot. Misses the layup.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
And there's the foul to try to stop the break, and that'll be a clear path to the basket. 2 free throws coming up, and they'll retain possession. Greg, we have a league of many great playmakers, don't we?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. LeBron James is obvious. You know, he played point guard technically for the first time last season, but he's always been a floor general. You look at a young man like Ja Morant, and he's been on the attack since day one when he hit the league. And there's so many more of those guys that are having an impact, understanding the value of that lead guard position. It is fun to watch.
It is so fun to watch. I agree. Rebound, Giannis Antetokounmpo. And it's Antetokounmpo with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Bucks. Only giving up 2 points this quarter. Here's Connaughton, guarded by Green. Connaughton kicks to Teague. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. And he could not get that one to go. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
They need this one. And that one's good. Griffin. And the Nets lead by 7. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Nets.
Well, in the first half of play, they're closing out aggressively, blocking shots, a key indicator of their activity on the defensive side.
Another thing, I mean, they've done a great job early of creating chaos on defense, being disruptive and getting steals through the first half of today's game.
You gotta love his aggressiveness to finish inside.
Well, his leaping ability gives him a great advantage.
Fellas, that's exactly why they look to get him the ball around the rim. I mean, it's either a dunk or free throws every time.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Well, that's a moment he'd like to archive. Embarrassing lapse of judgment there.
And a new group in for the Nets. Jordan, he's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Kevin Durant comes in for Blake Griffin. Joe Harris is checked in for Green, and it's James Harden in for Luwawu Cabarrot. And it's Jordan with the jam.
Boy, Jordan is an alley-oop specialist, a big target with strength and bounce.
And Holiday, here we go. Feeds it to Middleton. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Jordan, high post. We've got 33 seconds left now here in the second.
I think he'll think twice about attempting that shot next time. The defense was right on top of him there.
And the foul on Joe Harris. That's his first foul. Landry Shamit's checked in for Kyrie Irving. There's 25 seconds left in the second quarter. Now DiVincenzo. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. 6 to shoot. Holiday dishes to Antetokounmpo. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Seven seconds left in the first half. Here's Durant, and he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Durant's got 7 points in the game. Middleton for... Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
And that three makes...
Thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K. Well, we know he's a magician on the court. Kenny, has there ever been anyone better at handling the bat?
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You look at Antetokounmpo in this one, he's been everywhere.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
And on the floor for Mike Budenholzer starting the second half. Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday, and it's Lopez in at the center.
Rhythm and timing so important in the game of hoops. Middleton using both on that pull-up jumper.
Irving passes to Harden. Harden draws the double. Lobbed up there for Durant. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. On the wing, DiVincenzo. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. And it's Antetokounmpo penetrating. Offensive rebound.
You know, sometimes making it difficult for him to finish at the rim is all you can ask for from the defense.
Jordan, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That one is on Holiday.
You know, Jordan's size is part of the reason why he draws as many fouls as he does. They just have a tough time getting through his body without fouling.
Greg, how special was it for you that you had your number 50 retired at UNLV?
You know, that's something that I can honestly say. As a kid, you dream about a lot of things, winning, you know, playing at the highest levels. That's something I never really fathomed, is to have your jersey hanging up in an arena. That was a surreal moment, a really cool moment, and it was awesome to be able to share it with my family and friends.
And people probably don't know that you grew up in Las Vegas, so it was probably doubly special, wasn't it?
Exactly. Born and raised.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn. And the Nets making a change here. Brown's checked in, and Milwaukee also making a switch. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The throw drops for DiVincenzo. And the Bucks making a change here. Antetokounmpo's checked in. Both shots good from the stripe. The Nets with the lead. Harden surveying the D. Lobs it up for Jordan. Harden finds Harris. Kicks it out to Harden. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And it's almost impossible to stay down on Harden's shot fake. I mean, he's effective at getting defenders in the air, and when that happens, you're at his mercy.
And he knocks down the first one. And both free throws good for James Harden. 90 seconds now into the second half. KD against Giannis. And it's Durant with the rebound.
Far from an ideal start here. I mean, this half just 1 for 4 so far.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Irving's checked in for Bruce Brown. Middleton can't get it to go.
Yeah, the offense scuffling a bit to start this second half. Only 1 for the first 5.
Irving's shot is good.
You know, Irving is deadly from mid-range and really embraces that shot. He doesn't shy away from it. And I think he can give opponents a lot of problems because of it.
Here's Giannis. Got it. Number 7 on the night. 7 for 11 from the floor.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grind-it-out game.
Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Here's Harden. That one good for 2. Harden's got 4 points this quarter.
Yeah, that barrel-chestedness of Harden. So much strength and body control. It's hard to stop him from scoring.
Antetokounmpo kicks to Lopez. And out of bounds as Brooklyn gains possession.
I'm not sure whose fault that was, guys, but they need to get on the same page here.
A platoon swap here for Milwaukee. Nets leading by 5. KD looking around. 3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. Bucks trail by 5. Outside Teague. Right side Portis. Pulls it from 20. Brooklyn with the rebound. They've led by as many as 11 points.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Yeah, tit for tat on the glass. Just one more aspect of what's been a very closely contested ball game here.
1:31 left to play in the third. And there's the foul. It'll go on Bruce Brown. That is his first foul of the game. Nets on defense. They lead by 7. Ferocious swat. But they get it back. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Greg, he's ferocious when the ball goes up.
That's what they've got him out there for, fella.
It's Brown with the drive and finished off by Brown.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
From 18 feet away, that shot off. And it's the Nets taking it the other way.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Brooklyn shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight. A different look for Milwaukee. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Antetokounmpo. Chris Middleton comes in for Brent Forbes. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Jeff Teague. A rebound by the Nets.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
And now the fast break. Middleton with the ball. And that's going to be a travel. Nets leading by 8. This is his second trip to the free throw line.
And over the course of last year, he was up over 90%. And with a stroke like that, you see why.
And guys, the numbers don't lie. I mean, he was such a reliable presence at the free throw line all throughout last season.
Teague left side. Off target at the rim. Well, through 3/4 of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Nets. And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. Nets shooting wonderfully up to this point, 67%. They've got Joe Harris. Kyrie Irving is out there with Brown. And it's Green. And it's Claxton in at the 5, roaming the paint. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. On defense, the Bucks. It's a 10-point game. To the paint and stolen by Portis. And it's the Bucks on the break. Teague with the ball. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
And a few more plays like that are all they need to make their comeback bid a real one.
Irving against Teague. Irving passes to Claxton. Shoots over Portis. Claxton with the bucket. And the Nets lead by 10.
And when the score is as lopsided as it is, and you can see they smell blood in the water, my man is going for the jugular.
Well, he only plays one way, and that's full throttle, all day, all the time, cold-blooded and lethal.
Brooklyn making some changes. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Durant comes in for Jeff Green. And James Harden has subbed in for Brown. And slam dunk by Jordan. Greg, in New York, you obviously played in a number of championship contending teams. What do the Knicks have to do to get back to that feel, that kind of team?
Well, listen, it starts with stability across the board, but mainly that means at the top. And you got to give this new front office, this new regime, an opportunity. I think they got some good young pieces. But title contenders are not in a constant state of flux right now. They've got to take their baby steps here and start moving in the right direction.
Like you say, it does begin in the front office. Milwaukee making a switch here. Brook Lopez.
And when the Greek Freak takes flight, I mean, he's looking to tear that rim apart. So ferocious in his throwdowns.
Holiday against Harden. It's Durant on the wing. 5 on the clock. And that one drops for him.
Boy, if you allow Durant that look, he's going to punish you. I mean, it's that simple.
Bucks trail by 12. Holiday looking for an opening. Pass to DiVincenzo. Lopez right side. Giannis outside.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats, that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. And as a result, they've got a big lead.
Lobs it up for Holiday. Lays it in off a pretty alley-oop.
Hey, and you know, really, Antetokounmpo could look to score every time, and sometimes that's necessary, but he's also good at recognizing when one of his teammates has a clean look.
Harden against Holiday. Outside, KD. Shot from 12. Again, the miss by KD. And here's Holiday, who will bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. Trailing by 10. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
How about the springs of this guy, Antetokounmpo, also known as the Greek Freak? I mean, he just gets up off the ground like a rocket on these alley-oop chances.
Here's Harden. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on.
Middleton against Harris. And Middleton kicks to Lopez. Good, and the assist goes to Middleton. Lopez has got his first 2 points.
Middleton, a scorer by nature, that time showing you he can find his teammates too.
It's Durant on the wing. 1:16 left here in the fourth quarter. Tips it up, and there's Jordan putting it right back in. And the Nets lead by 10.
And at this point, just sort of running through the paces, as it appears it'll be a nice win here for Brooklyn.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, you know, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching any lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for James Harden.
Boy, the way he orchestrated the pace was impressive. I mean, moved the ball around, made good things happen with the pass. Well done.
A big group substitution here for Brooklyn. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Johnson comes in for Kevin Durant. Luwawu is checked in for Harris. And Landry Shamet subbed in for Irving. A nice shot by Teague.
And I love the way Teague keeps his concentration, his focus, not allowing the defense to ruffle him at all.
Harden against Teague. To the middle. Stolen by Tucker.
I think it's safe to call this one a wrap.
Yep, I'd agree with you. Chalk it up. W in the bag.
It's blocked. Here's Harden on the wing. Teague covering. He hits the first one, and that will put them up by 9.
Well, I tell you, it's a treat watching Harden play. I mean, he's so fluid in his shooting form, but he's also sensational driving inside and a capable passer as well. This guy's got it all.
Teague, the pass to Nwora. Nice D from Griffin. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's good. Players and who will not be in the lineup.
And some uncertainty arises when both teams are missing players. Who is better able to weather the storm and take care of business?
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Hollis Jefferson is out there with Nurkic, and it's Jones in at the small forward position. And for the Nets, we've got Jordan. Durant is out there with Joe Harris. Then it's Harden, and it's Irving in at the 2. Lillard, the pass to Hollis Jefferson, and stolen by Jordan. Now here's Durant. Irving with a clean look. The basket good off the assist from Durant. Terrific talented backcourts tonight. Greg, did it ever add anything for you playing across another top-level guard?
Listen, it raises the stakes, no doubt about it. You always want the opportunity to play against the best because you want to see where you stand. But in the end, even when you know a guy's better than you, and you're going to have that be the case a lot of nights, you still know that you will have an ability to impact the outcome when it comes to winning. And that's where you have to keep your focus.
Harden against Lillard. Here's Irving. That shot, no good. Good D by McCollum. And there's a whistle. That's going to go on James Harden. That's his first foul. Harden against Lillard.
And something that Harden continues to work on. That kind of defensive effort makes his coaches and teammates proud. Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. McCollum against Irving. McCollum right side. Nurkic trying to get open, and the basket by McCollum.
Well, McCollum undersized at his position, at least in terms of his strength. But he can play that way because he competes. That's a tough one there.
Harden against Lillard.
And early on, they've been nearly perfect from the floor. Just the one miss here on their first 5 attempts.
Lillard outside. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Pass to McCollum from deep. Brooklyn with the rebound.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Lobbed up there for KD. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Hollis Jefferson with it. Picked up by Harris. Nurkic. Hollis Jefferson kicks to McCollum. Back to Hollis Jefferson. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
And McCollum has done a lot to improve his impact on the defensive end. Very active with his hands and how he challenges shots.
Well, the blocks numbers last year jumped up a bit. That's kind of a nice indicator of what you're talking about, GA. And he just doesn't get tired. And if he can give some more on the defensive end like he's shown, it's going to help out the team.
And Brooklyn has possession. Harden outside. It's good. Only a few seconds into the shot clock.
Now just all alone down there. Credit goes to DeAndre for finding him. That's a nice pass.
Lillard scanning the floor. McCollum outside. And stolen by Kyrie Irving. And here comes Harden, leading the fast break. Step back on that one and let it fly.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
McCollum up top. He's covered by Irving. They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe. So for the Nets, Blake Griffin, he's checked in for Jordan. Green comes in for Joe Harris. And it's Brown in for Irving. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Cantor checked in for Nurkic. Carmelo Anthony comes in for Hollis Jefferson. Norman Powell's checked in for Jones. And it's Simons in for Lillard. Harden outside. Shot clock at 6. Bobbed up there for Green.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
They time it right. They can end this quarter with a 2-for-1.
And that's how you want to end the quarters.
And And the pass to Anthony. Three-pointer. Hits the three-point bomb.
Melo playing de facto point guard here as the ball handler, working on the pick and roll. So it's another element that's going to be tough to stop.
Harden outside. Here's KD. And KD throws it down.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
He rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. McCollum against Brown. Lets it go from deep. Offensive rebound. And Cantor able to finish.
Like when his motor is running and he's playing with high levels of energy, Cantor is a monster on the offensive glass.
And on his first quarter of play, we've seen plenty of offense so far. Nets out in front. They lead by 3. Live from... And before the game, we talked to Damian Lillard. You know, Greg, he is stiff.
I don't fear nobody.
And if Lillard's proved anything to us, Greg, in his career, you know he loves a challenge.
One of the premier big shot makers in this game. I don't know if there's anyone you'd rather give the ball to in crunch time.
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And from Brooklyn guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
It felt like they knew that there were openings in transition and just wanted to keep trying to feed that, get out quick.
Green is out there with Griffin. Then there's Brown, and it's Durant, and it's Harden, and at the point guard position. That's the Nets 5 as we get into the second quarter. Powell for 3. No good there. So Brooklyn will take it the other way. Green finds Harden. Oh, Griffin in position.
And arguably no one in the NBA draws more attention than Harden. Part of why he creates so many opportunities for others.
It's Carmelo Anthony on the wing. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Harden surveying the D. He lobs up the alley-oop pass, and the slam by Blake Griffin.
Yeah, check out the hops on Blake Griffin. Just one of those lethal alley-oop threats in the NBA.
McCollum outside and taken away by Brown. Here's Harden, and it's Harden slamming it down.
And this is how a floor leader makes a statement. Harden just put the other team on notice.
McCollum passes to Simons. Kicks to Carmelo. Harden against McCollum. There's the dish to Cantor. They double team McCollum. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. Greg, you and I talk about the big man, his role in the current NBA, and how they can possibly carry the standard for the great centers before them. You played with the great one in Patrick Ewing, so you have a great appreciation, I would think, for.
Oh, no doubt about it. And I think two guys kind of separated themselves a little bit. Nikola Jokic and Joel Embiid, I think, are the two guys that stand out for me because of their ability, in essence, to do everything well. They can shoot it, they pass it, they can shoot it from the free throw line, they give you rim protection. I throw Rudy Gobert up there as an elite center as well. Doesn't have the offensive impact that those guys have, but he does impact the game as well.
3 young, dynamic centers. Those are good names. Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Nicholas Claxton comes in for Kevin Durant. And Landry Shamet subbed in for James Harden. And it's Brown missing.
Looks like the game plan is they're willing to give him that kind of shot. It worked out for them this time, but if they give it to him again, I bet 3 points are coming.
And Griffin, here we go. And he lobs it up toward the rim, takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Yeah, that's the kind of passing that opens up the eyes to Blake Griffin's overall talent.
Powell against Green. It'll go, and the Nets lead is cut down now to just 9 in the bucket from Powell.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
1:15 left here in the second. Passes to Claxton. Back to Shamet. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Jones in the post. Brown on him. Jones kicks to Hollis Jefferson. It's stolen by Green. He's got a clear path. And that one's good. Shamet. And the Nets lead by 13.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Now, here's Lillard. He's guarded closely, and he comes up with the deuce.
Always an appreciation for Lillard and his build, just how rugged he is, along with that fearlessness.
Shamet, the pass to Brown. Here's Claxton. Just 5 on the clock, and stolen by Lillard. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. They get a hand on it. Powell down low. It'll count. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. So we've reached the end of the first half of play. Nets out in front. Ending.
Thanks a lot. Kyrie, what were you...
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the
2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, folks, and as great as James Harden has been, his game has attracted a cheer of critics, they say. And that does it for our halftime show. We now take you back to Kevin Harlan.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. One of the stories here, James Harden getting it done today.
You know, I don't think he'll top the assist charts this year, but early on, he's done a great job of keeping the ball hopping around.
You can get into a passing rhythm, and so far, all of his have been on point.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. On the court for the Trailblazers. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Hollis Jefferson. And it's Jones in at the 3 slot. McCollum passes to Lillard. Hollis Jefferson with it. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. First free throw is good. Some changes for Brooklyn. Griffin's checked in for Jordan. Green comes in for Joe Harris. And Landry Shamet subbed in for Kyrie Irving. Nets leading by 11. Shamet with it. Pass to Griffin. Back to Shamet. Shoots over Nurkic. And it's Shamet missing.
A little ambitious on that possession, trying to hit a shot in the face of that defensive pressure.
Green with the block.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
And a miss there on the triple.
Yeah, they're going to try to search out for somebody that's got a hot hand right now. 1 of 4 to start the half.
McCollum finds Lillard. And there's a whistle. That goes on Landry Shamet. That is his first foul of the game. So for the Trailblazers, Enes Kanter comes in for Yusuf Nurkic. And Carmelo Anthony's subbed in for Jones. Lillard tips it, and Kanter able to finish. Kanter's got it back down to within single digits for the Trailblazers.
Great at using his body and finding his feet in positions on the boards where he can get up, get to it, get an extra possession.
Shamet, the pass to Green. Right block shot. Oh, Griffin in position. Oh, good on that one.
Ooh, this is turning into a slow start here in the second half. Seems like they left that offense in the locker room.
Well, McCollum has shown the ability to get inside and also finished. It's just how shifty he is.
Now Shamet. He dishes it to Griffin. Shoots over Lillard. And that one's good. Griffin's got 6.
Well, though he spends a lot more time, at least in recent seasons, on the perimeter, Griffin's bread and butter still can be around the rim.
McCollum dishes to Lillard. Kicks it out to McCollum. And he gets the whistle. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Inside, trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Here's Simons. He dents the rim with a two-handed slam. Wow.
Well, they're getting stops, and they're attacking on the offensive end.
Yeah, coaching staff probably loves this, just grinding out defensive possessions, which is helping them get back into their offensive flow.
Harden the pass to Jordan. There's a minute 40 left in the third. Shot clock at 5. Here's KD, and he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. KD's got 8 points.
Having won multiple NBA scoring titles, Durant shows us once again how it's done.
McCollum outside. He kicks to Cantor. Back to McCollum. Lets the 3 fly. Jordan with the rebound. Jordan's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Bobbed up there for KD. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Like the connection there. KD has his teammates looking out for him. An outstanding alley-oop that time.
McCollum with the ball, and it's Harden picking him up. Oh, and there's the alley-oop.
Really heads up there. A play where you locate the best open pass, and then you get it there for an easy bucket.
Clock management. This is where they can get a 2-for-1.
And Kevin, every opportunity counts.
Irving finds Jordan. And he makes good on the layup. He's got 8.
Well, the sheer size of DeAndre Jordan is such a big benefit. It makes him an effective finisher on the inside.
Outside Anthony. Pass to Powell. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot, and Jordan sends it back.
You can't just throw up stuff like that with DeAndre Jordan lurking around.
And so it's the Brooklyn Nets ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate. And how about the setup this one?
What an advantage if your off guard can make plays so valuable.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. We've got Harden. Harris is out there with Durant. Then it's Kyrie Irving. And it's Jordan in at the center position. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Irving against Lillard. Back to Anthony. There's the feed to Nurkic. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet. Nurkic has got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for Portland. Harden against Lillard. Harden the pass to Jordan. Outside Irving. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And here's Lillard. He brings it up for the Portland Trail Blazers. They trail by 7. Plenty of space. No good off the front iron.
The defense better tighten up on the mid-range. They're much tighter. You expect him to make every single one of those.
Durant, no good. The Blazers on offense. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets.
Melo showing that he's still got it down there, gets enough space to get up and get to the rim.
And here's Harden. Now the pass to Durant. We have the step back. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
What a performance on the offensive end. He's making the defenders pay right now for all of the mistakes they're making.
Lillard dishes to Nurkic. Nice move. It's hauled in by DeAndre Jordan. Nets leading by 7. Here's Harden on the wing. Those 3-pointers off the mark. The Trailblazers have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Simons the pass to Lillard. This one for 3. Rebounded by the Nets. Jordan's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's Harden on the wing. Pops it up for Jordan. No good that time.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
Yeah, you can see when it's that close, players reacting. Oh, man, he just missed that one. Maybe they'll get another chance at it.
And he's going up for the alley-oop. Up high to stop the alley-oop.
Well, that's where they look to him most. DeAndre Jordan with arms that go on for days. Just toss that ball anywhere, and he knows what to do with it.
Anthony on the wing. Kicks to Lillard. Down low. And there's the call by the official. They'll count the basket here following the goaltending call.
Just barely too late and catches it on the way down. He's already in the air there, committed, so can't fault him for going for the block.
And Brooklyn making a change here. Green's checked in. Hollis Jefferson's checked in for the Trailblazers. McCollum comes in for Anthony Simons. Harden outside. Oh, the lob to Irving. He's off on that one. Trailblazers trail by 7. Hollis Jefferson kicks to McCollum. Connects on the foul line jumper.
And he was a go-to guy in crunch time in college, and McCollum now has developed that reputation here in the league.
Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Harris outside. From the arc. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Here's McCollum. Kicks it out to Jones. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Lillard on top, guarded by Harden. Passes it to McCollum. Lillard from outside. It's hauled in by Harris.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Yeah, looking for a miracle worker out there is the opposing coaching staff. I don't know that they have one. This game seems to be well in hand.
Near the three-point line, it's McCollum. Lillard against Harden. Launches it. They get the rebound. Here's Nurkic. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan.
Excellent footwork inside from Nurkic there to put the D in an awkward position and force them to foul him there.
17 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Now, here's Shamet. On the wing, Johnson. Latrey connects from three-point range.
During his time in the NBA, Johnson has become a knockdown threat from that area of the court. You got to D him up out there.
So it's the Nets picking up the win. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks. Hello, basketball fans. You've got it on 2K. Looking now at the lineups for both teams tonight. Some names out of action.
And some uncertainty arises when both teams are missing players. Who is better able to weather the storm and take care of business?
And the Clippers starting five. We've got Marcus Morris. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Patrick Beverley. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Oturu in at the four-man position. And looking at the Nets, DeAndre Jordan is out there with Durant. Then it's Harden. Then there's Irving. And it's Harris in at the small four. Hey, Steve, two defensive-minded teams in the building tonight. Both are good at getting stops.
Yeah, Kevin, this is going to be one of those chess match basketball games we get a chance to see. The difference, I think, will be the team that can somehow get easy baskets will make the difference.
And that one goes long. And here we go. Harden heading to the hoop. And the jam by Harden.
Well, the thing about Kyrie, he draws so much defensive attention. Someone's often left open.
Here's Beverly. He lobs it up. Very pretty alley-oop layup.
Oh, just a picture-perfect alley-oop. You gotta love that one, Kevin.
A little surprised, Greg. He didn't go for the big slam, but it works just the same. Now, here is Harden. And it's Jordan that's out the key. Outside Irving. Back to Jordan. 5 to shoot. The Nets need to get a shot off here. Irving can't hit. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. To the inside. And stolen by Jordan. The drive by. Oh, what a play!
When you're that long and that athletic, I'll tell you, KD has the ability to put a little extra on it.
Now here's Beverly. Outside Leonard. Stolen by Durant. Harden with it. Feeds to Irving. Kicks it out to Harden. Fires the three. They shoot again. Jordan the pass to Irving. It's another look. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
The smaller guys want to get into the body when they get inside. Get into the line, a good outcome for Kyrie.
Green, he's checked in for the Nets. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here.
We've seen him put a lot of pressure on the defense and then cash in at the line.
Rondo looking over the floor. Pass to Cousins. Back to Rondo. 6 on the shot clock. He feeds it to Leonard. Basket is good. The assist from Rondo.
Obviously, Rondo's main priority is to dish the rock. When you're open, he'll get it to you.
Harden against Rondo. Green kicks to Harden. On the wing, Irving. Back to Harden. Fires from 18. And the shot falls short this time.
Ooh, the defense gets away with a late rotation. That's a shot he normally makes.
Batum dishes to Cousins. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. And the foul on Joe Harris. That is his first foul of the game. A big group substitution here for Brooklyn. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Joe Harris. Griffin comes in for Kevin Durant. Brown is checked in for Irving. And Landry Shamet subbed in for James Harden. And the Clippers making a change here as well. Jackson, he's checked in for Leonard. Now, here's Shamet. He's covered by Rondo. Shamet, the pass to Green. Brown wide open. He fires. Here's Claxton. Nice work on the board. He's paying off with the basket.
Hustle points count just like any others. That's a great play.
Right side, Rondo. Pass to Batum. Top of the key jumper, no good.
He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down.
Throws it up high, and he lays in the alley-oop.
You need guys who are willing to make the next pass. Shamet doesn't rack up a lot of assists, but he's unselfish.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Outside, Rondo. Passes it to Cousins. Jackson deciding where to go with it. Count that one.
I'll tell you, Jackson's first step is dynamite. A big asset off the dribble.
And here is Shamet. 14 feet away. That shot missing. And we reach the end of the first quarter. Brooklyn ahead, leading by 4. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And from Brooklyn guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
That's their mindset. Attack, attack, and attack some more. You're not going to beat them playing soft.
And the Clippers, looking at who they've got. Luke Kennard out there with Reggie Jackson. Then there's Batum, and it's Oturu in at the 5, down low. Oh, Griffin in position, throws down the alley-oop slam.
Blake took off like a rocket on that alley-oop. Woo!
Clippers trail by 6. Now Jackson. The pass to Oturu. Now Kennard, guarded by Green. Nets leading by 6.
Promising start for Luke Kennard. End up missing extended minutes with injuries. Hopefully he can stay healthy this go around.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Clippers. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Banked in off the glass. Jackson's got his second basket of the game.
And Kennard's moving into the starting lineup for the first time last season.
And to add to that, he had a larger role offensively. And at the same time, his efficiency increased. That's a good sign.
Now here's Irving. Clock at 6. Pass to Claxton. Over Jackson. Claxton no good. Clippers trail by 6. And Jackson throws it down hard.
Hard to keep up with Reggie when he gets out in space. And on top of that, an excellent finisher.
Now, here is Irving. Outside Griffin. Irving kicks to Griffin. And Griffin slams it in.
When Griffin makes up his mind, he is ready to attack the glass.
We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Jackson passes to Kennard. Outside for Batum. Again, Los Angeles. Brooklyn leading by 4. Here's Irving. Brown outside. Back to Irving. The importance of the three-point shot never greater than right now, and in your eyes, there are some players who are just absolutely dead, solid, perfect from distance.
No doubt about it. And you know, there's three guys to me, though, that kind of separate themselves. And it's one, because you have to honor their ability equally off the dribble from three and at attacking the paint. Steph Curry, James Harden, and Damian Lillard. Those three guys can all hit pull-ups and step backs from range off the dribble. They all got great vision, you know, so they can take advantage of defenses that get caught loading a little too much. And then they also are terrific in the paint at getting to the free throw line. So those are the three guys I think that create the most havoc when you start talking about having to guard the three-point line.
Here's Jackson following the basket by Kyrie Irving. Out to the right wing. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Jackson has the open look. A three-pointer off the mark.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
He is just unwilling to settle. He gets right to the rim and makes sure they come away with points.
And here is Los Angeles now. After the basket by Brooklyn. Down low. Here's Claxton. He's got 6. There's Brown with the 3. It's Reggie Jackson with the rebound. Clippers trail by 8. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. It's stolen by Green. In transition, here come the Nets. Brown's got the ball. Ribbon shot is off.
And what should have been a simple pass and finish ends up in a missed opportunity on that alley-oop attempt.
It started off looking good, but the timing was just a little off, and sometimes that's all it takes.
Here's Green, and he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so it's Brooklyn in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome. Brooklyn found themselves in a close game in the first. The largest lead they had was 6 in the opening period. Looking at the Nets, and over to Shaq. What do you think about Brooklyn?
They've really worked the inside well. Wow. Perfection. You're getting a lot out of the offense from the paint. When you're...
And that does it for our half.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. And it's the Clippers with the ball. Trailing here by 8. Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. Setting the floor for the Nets. We've got Jordan. Joe Harris is out there with Durant. Then it's Harden. And it's Shamet in at the 2-guard spot. And here's Harris from the arc. It's rebounded by Leonard. Clippers trail by 8. Shamet with the steal. Lobbed up there for KD. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
And the reach of KD, no need to be pinpointed with that alley-oop. He can just about touch the rafters.
And Landry Shamet out of Wichita State. Some good young guards coming out of that program.
And another one, Gia, that comes to mind, Fred VanVleet, also a former Shocker. Both he and Fred, they are knockdown shooters.
The shot by George, no good.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
And the foul call on Kawhi Leonard. That's his first foul. Harden against Beverly. And if you're just joining us, we've played over a minute here in the third. To the paint, here's Jordan. The shot that time, not on target. So the Clippers will take it the other way. Leonard on the wing for 3. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
And out of the gates here in the second half, they have not started well. 0 of 3.
Harden draws the double. Outside Jordan. KD on the wing. And the 3 off target.
Only 1 for 4 in this half. Sometimes it's execution. Sometimes the shots just don't go down. Great timing. That can be the difference between an assist and a turnover.
And it's Harden with the ball for the Brooklyn Nets. Shamet on the wing. Shot clock at 6. Outside Durant. Over George. That misses off the backboard.
Ugly start to this half. Hitting just 20% from the field. Gotta pick it up.
Nice passing here by Los Angeles. Lobbed up there for Durant. And the jam by Kevin Durant.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. Beverly looking around. Pass to Zubac. The dish now to George. Shoots over Shamet. George, no good.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Paul George with the steal. And George with the stuff.
What an athlete Paul George is, leaping up with such ease on those throwdowns.
1:46 left here in the third quarter. Jordan high post. He dishes it to Harris. Pops it up for Jordan. Great communication on the alley-oop. Jordan's got the lead up to 10 now for the Nets.
No hesitation at all on the alley-oop. Saw his teammate with a pat to the hoop, and bang, lobbed it right up there for him to finish.
And he was ready for it when he elevated and made the catch. Beverly dishes to Morris. Outside, George. 6 on the shot clock. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Shot from the wing. Rebound, Brooklyn. Jordan's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
And for his offense, this has just been a brutal period.
Beverly against Durant. Kicks it to Harden. From outside the arc. Back to KD. Passes it to Shamet. Harden against George. Here's the lob for Harris. And the rejection by Zubac. That is good. And the Nets' lead is cut down now to just 8 on the basket from Leonard.
Dating all the way back to college, this is one of Kawhi's pet moves, the Sutton pull-up jumper.
Morris against Durant. Back to Harden. Lets it go with a 3. And no good. And so it's Brooklyn holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. The defensive work they've done against Paul George has been a big factor. He hasn't done anywhere near the kind of damage we expected. Right back after this break. Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the fourth, they've got Rajon Rondo. He's out there with Jackson. DeMarcus Cousins out there with Luke Kennard. And it's Oturu in at the 4. With it. Outside Irving. Outside for Griffin. Just 4 to shoot. Steps back and fires.
Trying to finish out the game strong. You have to recognize who has the hot hand and get him the ball.
And Cousins throws it down.
Natural-born finisher DeMarcus Cousins bringing the hammer.
Irving against Jackson. Irving looking over the floor. Count it. Good. And the Nets lead by 8.
Talented, driven. He puts constant pressure on your defense.
Jackson kicks to Rondo. The pass to Cousins. Left side Jackson. Back to Cousins. Great tee that time from Green. Nets leading by 8. Irving passes to KD. The kick out to Irving. A three-pointer, no good.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
Pass to Kennard. Pass to Oturu. Goes up on the block. Tried to bank it in, but he misses.
That's a good opportunity, but he needs to go up a little stronger, in my opinion.
And so they foul intentionally.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
So for the Nets, Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Durant. Brown comes in for Kyrie Irving. And Landry Shamet subbed in for James Harden. Kawhi Leonard is checked in for the Clippers. Paul George comes in for Rajon Rondo. And it's Shamet missing.
It seemed like he changed his mind halfway through the layup, tried to go to something else, and flat out choked it.
Well, we know Leonard's an elite two-way machine, but there he shows us the artistry.
Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. To the wing on the left. Here's Claxton. He's covered by Leonard. Count that one.
Not just selling for something along the perimeter. Excellent job.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need the basket.
And that's an intentional foul. A platoon swap here for Brooklyn. Durant with the steal. Now here's KD, the fast break opportunity. And Harris wide open. He shoots offline with his three. Clippers trail by 8. Leonard the pass to Oturu. Left block shot on the way. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
So difficult to stop Leonard from scoring. Sometimes you just have to foul him.
Leonard hits them both.
The lead's not looking as comfortable after those free throws. Nice job.
Nets leading by 6. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. To the middle. It's tipped. Here's Durant. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. Jackson dishes to Leonard. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
One thing about Kawhi, when he's driving, he eats up real estate fast with those long strides.
Harden against Jackson. Harden outside. Five to shoot. Pops it up for Jordan. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
And that is why DeAndre is such a high percentage shooter. Wow.
And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Clippers. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. Durant against Leonard. Passes it to Oturu. Back to Leonard. Dishes to Cousins. And Cousins throws it down.
Huge bucket by DeMarcus. The big man loves the big moment.
A chance here to possibly put it out of reach.
This is when you really need to maintain your focus.
Irving misses.
They've got to take the first good shot they can find.
And even if they make it, they need an immediate foul no matter who catches the ball.
Good. And now they trail by just 4.
Trying to ice this one, Kawhi showing his evolution as a closer.
Brooklyn with the ball. They've led by as much as 10. And stolen by Kyrie Irving. Durant kicks to Jordan. And there's the pass to Irving. Outside Durant. Back to Irving. And losing, so it's Brooklyn who scrapes by with the win. It will. David, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
The Bucks are always hyped to play in front of their home crowd. And they'll have some minutes to make up for it with an injury in their roster.
They're missing a quality player. Injuries a big part of the game. They've just got to make the adjustments.
Here are the starters for Brooklyn. We've got Harden. Durant is out there with Joe Harris. Then there's Irving. And it's Jordan in at the 5, patrolling the paint. And for Milwaukee, Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday. And it's Middleton in at the 3 slot. Now here's Jordan. The Nets need to get a shot off here. A shake. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. And Doris, tonight, two experienced teams will be battling.
Well, what you come to expect with experienced rosters are excellent defensive rotations, game plan discipline. These guys know how to play the game. So let's see how this plays out.
Lopez left side. Makes it off the glass.
Brook Lopez never stops working, especially inside where he has been a force.
Here is Harden. About a minute played so far here in the first. Free throw line jump shot. And Chris Middleton pulls it down.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
One-on-one fast break. And then Durant with the jam.
Boy, defensively, Kyrie Irving has gotten better and better. Nice anticipation there.
Holiday looking over the floor. Middleton against Harris. Middleton the pass to Lopez. Good, and the assist goes to Middleton. Lopez has got his second bucket.
You simply have to remember that Brook Lopez can stroke the jumper. This guy on catch and shoot is terrific.
Harris kicks to KD. Pass to Irving. Shot clock at 6. DiVincenzo against Harden. Can't cash in from the high post.
The right thing there to stay that tight on him and really try to keep him out of his comfort zone.
Antetokounmpo with the ball. On the wing, Holiday. Stolen by Harden. And Irving with a clear path to the hoop. Finished off the break.
And that's a nice job defensively from Harden. I mean, he's capable of these kinds of plays when the guy is engaged and active.
Now here is Holiday. Inside. Knocked loose. Stolen by Durant. And the foul called on Antetokounmpo. That's his first foul. A different look for Milwaukee. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Pat Connaughton comes in for Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Drew Holiday. Blake Griffin, he's checked in for the Nets. Green comes in for Harris.
You know this, if you're open, you can count on Brook Lopez to find you. He uses his height to spot open teammates.
And it's Irving with the ball for the Nets. Trailing by 2. Harden outside. Passes to Griffin. Lopez with the steal. Connaughton passes to Forbes. Back to Connaughton. To the paint. Lopez with the bucket. Lopez has got 6.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in.
And arguably no one in the NBA draws more attention than Harden. Part of why he creates so many opportunities for others.
Lopez passes to Forbes. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
That pass had to be thrown not only in the right spot, but at the right time.
Pass to Irving. KD on the wing. Guarded by Tucker. They grab their own miss. Kicks it out to Harden. Second shot opportunity. The 3. They get it back. And Griffin stays with it.
Yeah, and no one's ever questioned the desire. Griffin using his strength and explosiveness to make good on the second chance opportunities.
Now here's Lopez. He has 6. Forbes dishes to Lopez. The pass to Tucker. 6 on the shot clock. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break, and he commits the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Looking at who's out there now for the Bucks. Bobby Portis is checked in for Lopez. Antetokounmpo comes in for P.J. Tucker. And it's Teague in for Chris Middleton. And then for Brooklyn, Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Durant. Brown comes in for Irving. And Landry Shamet subbed in for James Harden. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. The Bucks on top. And earlier we checked in with Giannis Antetokounmpo, who had this to say.
I think the most important lesson that I got is that you got to finish the job.
All part of the process of achieving greatness.
Yeah, and most guys have had to go through it. MJ, LeBron, leading a team to a championship rarely happens early on.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. When you consider how the Bucks are doing, what do you guys think?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
I think across the board, a number of guys have done a great job guarding multiple positions.
On the court right now, second quarter starting for the Nets. Harris is out there with Green. Then it's Kyrie Irving. Then there's Brown. And it's Claxton in at the center, locking down the middle. Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Antetokounmpo's checked in for Antetokounmpo. Bryn Forbes comes in for Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Teagan for Drew Holiday.
Well, defensively, to me, you've got to do a better job communicating once the screen comes.
And there's a whistle. That goes on Landry Shamet. That is his first foul of the game. On defense, the Nets. Connaughton passes to Portis. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
Jeff Green on the wing. Pass to Claxton. Back to Green. Clock at 6. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And you really can't forget about Green's speed. So effective on the drive.
Passes it to Antetokounmpo. It's Portis, high post. And foul on the... Folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
A platoon swap here for Milwaukee. Quarter number 2, we're about 2 minutes in. KD on the wing. Lobs it up for Jordan, and the dunk by Jordan.
Well, we've seen this one or two times, have we not? DeAndre Jordan, finishing end of the alley-oop. Nice.
And DeAndre Jordan, not the same impact center he once was, but he's done a great job of acting as a leader for this team.
Well, you think about DeAndre Jordan's career, Greg, and over the course of time, he's played a number of different roles. What you like about what he did this past season is, even though in a changing role, he still tried to make an impact.
Oh, my goodness! What a play!
So strong. Giannis has really added some bulk since entering the league. Helps him absorb the contact.
Harden the pass to Durant. And KD throws it down.
He just powered that one down.
One of the game's top dunkers. Giannis drives in, and he slams it one-handed.
Watch out. Antetokounmpo might be soft-spoken, but he's got a mean streak when it comes to attacking the hoop.
Harden outside. Pass to KD. 6 to shoot. Lobs it up for Jordan. And the rejection by Giannis. There's the lob to the hoop. And stolen by Harris. And here's the break. All alone. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Well, you love to see DJ work that hard in transition. Go ahead, run the floor, big man.
The pass to Giannis. And that's collected by DeAndre Jordan. The Nets have gotten all but one of their 7 shots in the second quarter to drop. Pretty impressive. Here's Durant on the jam by Kevin Durant.
Well, drop the hammer, KD. How confident is this guy at the cup?
Here's Antetokounmpo. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan. Milwaukee shooting their first free throws of the game.
Yeah, last year, collectively, only 74% from the line.
P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Lopez. And then for Brooklyn, Nicholas Claxton comes in for Kevin Durant. And it's Brown in for James Harden. Brown outside. 30 seconds left in the first half. Back to Irving. He kicks it to Brown. Over Holiday. And it's wide right. It's off the rim. Bucks trail by 3. In the corner, Middleton with it. Down low, Tucker. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
I just love the activity. A fireball of energy. Tucker earning himself a right.
P.J. Tucker. All free throws good from Tucker. 11 seconds left in the first half of the game. Pass to Claxton. Shoots over Tucker. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Nets.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each. Brooklyn found themselves in a close game in the first. Some good moments from both teams, but as the... And that...
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. It's been a clinic from Brook Lopez.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
It felt like his work on the interior really gave this offense a boost. Let's see if he can dominate the rest of the way.
Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Lopez in at the 5. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. Feeds to Green. Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish. And so it's Middleton with it. He brings it up for the Bucks. A 2-point game.
And one of the most athletic players in the league. Giannis makes those alley-oop jams look easy.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn. You know, you grew up with aspirations of someday getting into politics. Any current players who you could see maybe taking that same route?
No doubt. There's several guys in today's game. You know, Harrison Barnes has the polish, and I know he's had some thoughts that maybe going in that direction. Teammates nicknamed Malcolm Brogdon the president for his stately demeanor and commitment to affecting change. I absolutely see him trying to have an impact socially moving forward. There's several guys, again, who not only have the voice, but the courage to speak out about things that matter most to them.
Many sharp guys in the NBA. And here comes Harris leading the fast break. And they call the foul. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. Harden surveying the D. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
As crafty as they come, Harden uses that tremendous body control to his advantage.
No good on the second free throw. For Milwaukee, they've gone 3 of 3 from the field since halftime. Middleton outside. And there's a whistle. That's going to go on James Harden. That is his first foul of the game. Milwaukee with the ball. They lead by 1. 6 on the shot clock. Kicks it down to Middleton. It's stolen by Harris, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on Chris Middleton. That is his first foul of the game. Nets have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Harden outside. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That's on Brook Lopez.
And really on top of all else Harden does for you at this end, he's a tremendous free throw shooter, around 85% for his career. Clutch.
Outside, Antetokounmpo. Drops in the layup for 2. Antetokounmpo's got 6 in the quarter.
Great play calling, great execution, leads to 4 for 4 to start this half.
Harden the pass to Jordan. Yes! And the foul.
That's good.
That one is on Holiday.
What a pretty look. DeAndre Jordan, to have that kind of touch on your passing, such a quality piece for a big man.
P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for the Bucks. Free throw good from Harden. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Holiday finds Tucker. Now Giannis. Middleton on the wing. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. And the jam by Harden.
You know, and with how deliberate he can be, Harden still can surprise defenders with that burst, that underrated vertical that he possesses.
Now Tucker. Here's Antetokounmpo. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Here's Harden. Milwaukee with the rebound. Giannis has got 4 rebounds in this game.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
Going right to the rim, which is where you want transition opportunities to end.
And stolen by DiVincenzo. And up the court come the Bucks on the break. Tucker dishes to Middleton. Antetokounmpo. Giannis on the follow. Antetokounmpo's got 10 points in the quarter.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Yeah, he shot the ball well enough to keep his team even. Let's see if together they can elevate past that.
There's 47 seconds left in the third. Tucker with the ball. He's against Jordan. Here's Giannis. The Bucks working the ball around. 4 on the shot clock. And Middleton kicks to Antetokounmpo. Rebound, Brooklyn. And here comes Harden, leading the fast break.
Maybe the best ever at earning free throws. I mean, Harden has mastered the art of contact and still being able to get off the shot.
And this is his 4th trip to the free throw line tonight.
And last season, 86% from the line. So he's always had that calm presence at the line, no matter the situation.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Jordan. Green comes in for Kevin Durant. And it's Brown in for Irving. Here's Teague. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And don't be deceived by the small frame of Jeff Teague. This guy is fearless attacking the defense inside and drawing contact.
And so Teague hits 2 free throws.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
And here is Shannon. And the refs are going to rule that unnecessary contact. It's a flagrant 1 foul.
And Kevin, I got to tell you, he's probably fortunate to just get a flagrant 1 there. I mean, so much contact. The officials easily could have gone even harder on it.
Greg, I agree. He'd better be on his best behavior from now on. 1 more flagrant of any variety, and he's out of here. And Green slams it in.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. The 3rd quarter comes to a close. Brooklyn ahead, leading by 4. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the 4th quarter gets underway. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
He's got the size to survey over the top of the defense and find the open man. That was beautiful.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the 4th quarter. Our 4th quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. Irving is out there with Brown. Then there's Griffin. Then there's Green. And it's Claxton in at the 4 slot. Timeout called the Bucks.
You know, my guess right now is Coach wants to talk over this turnover issue. And it seems like they've been trying to force things a bit and need to find a steady rhythm offensively.
And some changes here for the Bucks. Antetokounmpo's checked in for Lopez. And it's Teague in for Dante DiVincenzo. And the Nets also making a change. Shamet's checked in. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Mike Budenholzer had some words for his team during the break. He's pleased that they're getting consistent points in the paint. He said, in this league, it's not easy to do what you guys are doing. Let's just keep doing it until they stop us. Kevin?
Bucks trail by 3, and the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason, I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Vital basket there. This is just the time and really just the situation when he looks to take over.
Timeout called the Nets.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
Well, this is a chess match. Looking ahead a few moves and trying to execute toward that.
And the Nets making a change here. Harden's checked in. And so Griffin will bring it up for Brooklyn. It's a 1-point game. Harden's shot is good. Harden's got 14 points now in the 2nd half.
Yeah, I love watching Harden be aggressive inside. One of the most efficient scorers in our game.
And Giannis with the basket on the assist by T.
And that was the right call. When you need a basket, go to the guys you trust the most.
Well, you've got to earn trust and equity by making shots. Nice delivery there.
Harden can't hit.
Well, we didn't see the same kind of control we're used to seeing from him. This guy is usually a tremendous finisher.
And there's the whistle, called a clear path foul there. Yep. And he'll shoot 2 at the line. Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead.
Well, there's so much value in how Jeff Teague runs an offense. He's got great speed. He plays hard on both ends of the floor. I think any organization would be lucky to have this guy.
Looking at who's out there now for the Bucks. Lopez, he's checked in for Portis. Chris Middleton comes in for Pat Connaughton. Dante DiVincenzo, he's checked in for Brent Forbes. And it's Holiday in for Teague. A putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Bucks lead by 3.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
Now a timeout call by Brooklyn. You look at Antetokounmpo really making a difference here.
He's just really a one-man wrecking crew down low. And with this timeout, they've got to make some adjustments because he's been steady inside.
And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. Here's Harden. Giannis grabs the miss. Giannis has got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Holiday. That shot misses. Some solid defense there from Irving. Here's KD. And then Durant with the dunk.
Well, this is what makes Kevin Durant maybe the greatest all-around scorer in the game today. Equal proficiency from every spot on the floor.
The kick out to Antetokounmpo. Back to Holiday. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here, we're just over 2.5 minutes into it. The layup off target. And now we've got the intentional foul. To the inside. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It goes on Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Well, this is what makes Kyrie such a difficult check, right? He's so skilled at drawing fouls because he's so crafty with the ball and so fast.
And you just knew he wasn't going to miss that one, not with so much riding on it.
Antetokounmpo gets to Middleton. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. Giannis has got 3 assists now in this one. It's Harden with the drive and the jam by Harden.
And this is what great players do. Harden understanding how to deliver in a big moment.
Middleton on the way. There's the 3. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And it's the Nets taking it the other way. And they go to the intentional foul. Here's Harden. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. And it's a 3-point Nets lead.
They continue to battle out there. So close to taking the lead.
Yeah, but that's been elusive. They've missed a few plays along the way that they'd love to have back.
And so he hits the technical free throw.
And that point was a gift. I mean, it's never really smart to get teed up, but in a game that's this close, boy, that really hurts.
The shot by Middleton, wide open. Buries the long-range jumper. Middleton's got 5 points now in the quarter. Harden against Holiday. It's Harden with the drive, and Harden with the stuff.
Just focusing on the task at hand. That's all you can do.
Boy, the tide is running one way and then shifts back in the other direction. I've lost count of how many lead changes we've had here tonight.
Pushing it up. Irving can't get it to go. The Bucks have gotten into a pretty good groove, going 6 of 10 here in the final quarter. And Middleton kicks to Giannis. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
And a big-time playmaker. When the game is up for grabs, give the rock to Giannis.
To the middle, Irving. It's good!
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
I'll tell you, it takes confidence to pull the trigger in that situation. You love guys who relish the moment.
Middleton inside the three-point line. Brooklyn with the rebound. What a big possession right here.
No doubt about it, guys. The tension is palpable.
It's in!
Kevin Durant calmly steps into that shot with the game hanging in the balance. Love it.
Antetokounmpo kicks to DiVincenzo. Bucks passing it around. Knocks it loose. Irving with the steal. In transition, here come the Nets. And the jam by Harden.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
This is a textbook example of playing the possession and not the score. This team is doing a great job continuing to execute.
And this is why he gets paid the big bucks. Middleton enjoys coming through in the clutch.
Yeah, you can't let him hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 4-point ball game.
You've got to show composure, and he comes through right when the team needs him most.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
I think expect them to go back to it, because that's the kind of shot this offense is designed to generate.
And so it's Brooklyn who scrapes by with the win. All right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up for Greg Anthony. Welcome, and nothing tips off a broad.
Kevin, thanks.
He stays working and stays true. David, thank you. Here are the starters for Brooklyn. We've got Harden. Joe Harris is out there with Durant. Then it's Jordan. And it's Irving at the 2. And for Portland, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Norman Powell. And it's Nurkic in at the center position. Now here's Harden. Pass to KD. Shoots over Covington. Clock at 4. Lobs it up for Jordan. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Down low. Covington passes to Powell. Here is Lillard. And it's Durant with the rebound.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over.
That's platinum level dime dropping right there by Harden. Such a smart pass. Gets us to his teammates on time and on target.
And so it's the Nets getting on the board first. Pass to McCollum. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. It's Covington on the wing. And there's the call on Durant. That is his first foul of the game. Lillard against Harden. Shot clock at 6. Covington passes to McCollum.
Well, Irving looking engaged and aggressive there, making an impact at the defensive end.
Lobs it up for Jordan. And Brooklyn with another turnover here.
And Kevin Durant, one of the greatest scorers to ever play. Not the most prolific scorer, but perhaps the most talented. He's dangerous from any part of the floor.
Now here's Lillard. It's Powell on the wing. The pass to Nurkic. Back to Powell, 16 feet away, and he nails the jumper. Greg, as scores go, Kevin Durant's as efficient as any.
I mean, Durant has an insane field goal percentage for the shots that he takes. I mean, when you factor in how many threes he puts up, it gets even more impressive. Durant takes so many shots where he's covered and is still efficient. It's just mind-blowing.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
They now take the lead. Powell's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Outside Jordan. Back to Irving. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Jordan.
Knifing through the defense like warm butter on a biscuit. Irving knows how to get to the rim.
And so Lillard will bring it up for the Portland Trail Blazers. It's Powell on the wing. It's Covington on the wing. Back to Powell. Over Harris. The shot by Powell, no good. The Nets have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Lobbed up there for KD. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Boy, a dynamic wing with freakish length. Durant is the ideal alley-oop target.
Outside Covington. 1:30 left to play in the first quarter. Nurkic kicks to Lillard. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan.
Lillard is really a force of nature. I mean, an incredible talent who torches just about everybody with his scoring ability.
An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Cantor checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Carmelo Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. Derek Jones, he's checked in for Norman Powell. And it's Simons in for C.J. McCollum. Now here's Harden. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet.
And you know, the thing about Harden, crafty in the paint, he really finds angles and avenues to get the shots he wants when you don't think there's any angle or avenue to find.
Here's Jones. Cantor. And that comes off the assist by Jones.
And that's an owner's manual possession to get them a good look there.
Harden the pass to Irving. 43 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's Harden, the dunk and the foul, a powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. It's on Damian Lillard.
I don't think there's anybody better than Harden at converting through contact. Superb in that area because he's crafty, he's strong, and he's skilled.
Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Brooklyn. Here's Simons. There's 25 seconds left in the first quarter. Lillard dishes to Cantor. Connects on the open J.
You know, Lillard has been so good at finding the open man. Puts a lot of zip on his passes, and he knows he's responsible for getting his teammates the ball.
Harden against Lillard. Here's Claxton. Good.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
One quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. It's the Nets. They lead by 3. Well, earlier, Damian Lillard spoke to us about how he deals.
I look to the times where things are going.
Greg, he's certainly a gentleman in victory and defeat.
You know, Lillard takes the L as a learning opportunity. Sure, it stings, but he also knows it can make them stronger if they use it right.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Nets.
Really some great drives to the basket here early on for these guys.
You know, it also hasn't taken them long to make their mark in the paint. I mean, they're doing a lot of their scoring from in there.
Anthony is out there with Enes Kanter. Then it's Damian Lillard. Then it's Jones. And it's Simons in at the shooting guard position. They're the group that Portland Trailblazers will start the second quarter with. And out of bounds as the Nets gain possession. Greg, you were drafted 12th overall by the New York Knicks and then 2nd overall by the Grizzlies in the expansion draft. So you've had a very unique view of being in that position in 2 different settings.
Yeah, I mean, 2 very different cities, but really each beautiful in its own way. The New York draft, obviously coming out of college, that was like a dream come true to go and play for Pat Riley and then get the opportunity to go and be a part of a brand new team in a new country, if you will, was also a really cool experience as well.
I hope we can take a petition started by you and me to get the NBA back in Vancouver. I miss
and
going
Seattle,
to
right? Let's get back in both those cities.
Exactly. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call for the Trailblazers. Yusuf Nurkic comes in for Derek Jones. And Norman Powell subbed in for Anthony Simons. Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. Now Shamet. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Griffin against Cantor. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Here's Anthony. From down in the low post. It goes.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Now, here's Shamet. He's guarded by McCollum. Shamet up top. Passes to Griffin. Back to Shamet. Just 5 on the clock. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Powell with it. Pass to Cantor. Back to Powell. Takes a 3. They get it back.
And usually amongst the leaders in their offensive rebound rate, Cantor gives your team found points off misses.
3 minutes of action so far in the second quarter. And here is Shamet. from deep three-point range. Powell pulls it in.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
McCollum kicks to Nurkic. Kicks it out to McCollum. Goes back up. Nurkic, the pass to Cannon. Here's Powell. It's stolen by Green. And now it's Green running. He can go all the way. And Green slams it in.
And Green getting off the floor there for the dunk. Really like watching him sky up for those.
Outside Anthony. Poke loose. Nurkic dishes to Anthony. The Trailblazers rebound. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. A three from McCollum. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet. McCollum's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. 59 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Oh, and he's going up for the alley-oop here.
No hesitation at all on the alley-oop. Saw his teammate with a path to the hoop, and bang, lobbed it right up there for him to finish.
And he was ready for it when he elevated and made the catch.
And he chose the conservative finish with the nice, easy layup, which was a good decision.
6 to shoot. Anthony, the pass to Cannon. And he overshot that one, missing. Nets leading by 4. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Robert Covington's checked in for Enes Kanter. Derek Jones comes in for Anthony. Simons, he's checked in for Norman Powell. And Lillard subbed in for C.J. McCollum. Jones, no luck. And they're running. The wide open look for Durant. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the...
Thanks, Kevin.
Thanks so much, David. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny. Brooklyn found themselves in a close game in the first. The period came to a close with them holding a... Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now...
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. You look at Enes Kanter. What a contribution.
And he was an absolute monster on the offensive glass in that first half. I don't know how you slow him down.
And you know what, guys? I think it starts with having a body on him every time a shot goes up. I mean, they've got to do a better job boxing out.
So for Brooklyn now, we've got DeAndre Jordan. Irving is out there with Harden. And it's Durant. And it's Harris in at the 3 spot.
You can't allow Nurkic to get that kind of position. When you do, he is going to rattle that rim.
Jordan finds Irving, and that one, good.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Yeah, and they're really getting pummeled on points in the paint here.
The Nets shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game.
And they were 75% from the line a season ago.
I don't know if there's a player in the league that has better handles than Kyrie Irving. As a matter of fact, his handles are as good as any I've seen in the history of the game. Smooth, crafty, cunning. Man, it is so much a joy to watch this guy do his thing.
Here's Durant, and finished off by KD.
You know, big guys like Jordan who can facilitate are really valuable. Spots the open man and gets it right to him.
Lillard attacking. Nurkic kicks to Lillard. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Brooklyn leading by 10. Now here's Harden. 5 points in the game. Oh, the lob to Irving. That one's not going to go. And it's Portland the other way. Here's Lillard. A Up again, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And this is where Nurkic gets a lot of his points, staying active even after the shot goes up.
Harden the pass to Jordan. Back to Harden. And Harden with the stuff.
A one-man show offensively, and that's almost always good news for his team.
Throws it up high. The alley-oop layup. Very well done.
And we talk about court awareness. There, McCollum doing a beautiful job spotting the open man.
Harden outside. Greg, you showed toughness and grit when you played. You've got to succeed in this league with those things at the forefront, right? Being tough, being gritty. And there are several players whose style you admire that play like that.
I mean, no doubt about it. You have the superstars, the Kawhis, the LeBrons, who continue to do it. They can intimidate you physically, but they also provide tremendous skill set. But two other guys, Russell Westbrook, Jimmy Butler, they're also guys that exemplify that toughness. You know, two guys, when you look at those two, a lot of people didn't project them to be what they've become. And it's impressive to watch them take the floor night in and night out.
Simons surveying the D. 5 on the clock. Jones in the post. Harris is there. Here's Cantor. Out to Anthony. Back to Cantor. No good that time. Some solid defense from Harris. Durant finds Irving. Good D by McCollum. Cantor with it. Now Green defending. And here's Anthony for 3. Jordan with the rebound. Jordan's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's KD. And no good that time. Now Portland takes it the other way. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum. Hard work and soft hands. Guys, that's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip in.
But that's the way to go if you've got good position.
The feed now to Green.
Well, his IQ is one of the best in the league. Irvin has a great feel for when his teammates are open.
Harris against McCollum. To the wing right side. Here's Simons. No points in the game yet for him. It's McCollum with the drive. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. Portland with a new 14. It's good. Cantor's got 4 this quarter.
Second chance points have really been an issue here defensively.
And you know, defense isn't done until you finish it off with the rebound. It's like the period at the end of a sentence. That's where they have to improve.
Harris against Jones. Right side Irving. And a wide open look for McCollum. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so it's Brooklyn with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. Back to the end. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this 4th quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Powell is out there with Damian Lillard. Then it's Jones. Then it's Enes Kanter. And it's Covington in at the 4 slot. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Irving drives in. Second chance effort. And Jordan with the nice inside bucket. Jordan's got the first field goal of the 4th quarter here for Brooklyn.
Well, I like how Jordan embraces his role on this team. I mean, it's all about rebounding and putbacks for him at the offensive end.
Here's Powell. The shot, no good. Great D that time from Durant. Here's Harden. And there's Jordan. That's good on the assist by Harden. Jordan's got the lead up to 10 now for the Nets. And so Lillard will bring it up for the Portland Trail Blazers. And we've played through about a minute here in the fourth. He kicks it to Powell. Lobs it up for Cantor. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Harden has a wide open look. They get it again and stay with the play. Harris. And taking a quick look here, guys, at the hustle stats for the Nets.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
Yeah, and the other thing they've done since the beginning of this game is score points off turnovers and in bunches.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Jordan finds Harris. KD looking around. There's the lob to the hoop, and it's Jordan with the jam.
Boy, Jordan is an alley-oop specialist, a big target with strength and bounce.
Harden against Lillard. Can they get it? Brooklyn with the rebound.
And really, for some reason, just not a big part of their offense today. Hard to get into a rhythm when you're getting so few opportunities at the rim.
Durant for three. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Cantor's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Here's Covington. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Covington, I love when he's in attack mode like this because it forces the defense's hand. Literally.
Nurkic checked in for the Trailblazers. McCollum comes in for Derek Jones. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Now Irving. Launches a three. The shot, no good. Now Portland takes it the other way. Near the three-point line, it's McCollum. No good off the back of the rim.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Pops it up for Jordan. Nice catch and finish on the alley-oop. And the Nets lead by 14.
Boy, that's an example of Durant's basketball IQ and awareness, both platinum level.
McCollum kicks to Lillard. That falls. Nice feed that time for McCollum.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
McCollum against Irving. Harden outside. And stolen by Lillard. Fast break. Here come the Trailblazers. McCollum with the ball.
Boy, you have to respect the quickness of Lillard now because he's excellent at using his hands to complement those quick feet to come up with steals.
Harden against Lillard. Pass to Durant. Six on the shot clock. Brooklyn needs to get off a shot here. Jordan's shot is off. Trailblazers trail by 9. Here's Lillard. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Refuses to let contact deter him from scoring. I'm a fan of Lillard's willingness to challenge defenders.
McCollum against Irving. Harden outside. Back to Irving. And there's the pass to KD. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Robert Covington picks one up.
Well, you can't afford to bite on this. I mean, once Durant has you in the air, the rest of it is elementary, unflappable. This guy relishes being the man to put the game away.
McCollum with the ball. Now the dish to Nurkic. Count that bucket.
With excellent footwork, Nurkic remains effective in those pick and roll situations.
And they can just let the clock run out here.
Cannot argue with the W.
Irving looking over the floor. Pops it up for Jordan. That shot, no good.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
And, you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
And when it matters most, the coach has the confidence that McCollum will do.
David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Welcome to 2K Sports for an update and the injury report for both teams. Players who will not be available tonight.
And some uncertainty arises when both teams are missing players. Who is better able to weather the storm and take care of business?
Here are the starters for Brooklyn. We've got Harden. Durant is out there with Joe Harris. Then it's Jordan, and it's Irving in at the two-guard spot. And for the Clippers, we've got Marcus Morris. Patrick Beverley out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Oturu in at the four-man position. Here's Beverley. He dishes it to Leonard. Greg, in terms of personnel, not exactly the matchups we were expecting to see tonight.
You know, Kev, with all the injuries and some guys now having to step into unfamiliar roles, in some ways that makes tonight all the more intriguing to see which guys are going to step up and deliver.
This is what makes Kyrie so dangerous. He is so proficient from distance.
And Beverly kicks to Leonard. And he gets the bucket.
Aggressive D there, but then again, Kawhi finishes through contact almost as well as anyone.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn.
Well, it's a players' league, but certainly coaching has its place.
Yeah, if that weren't the case, you wouldn't see so many coaching changes in the offseason.
And so it's Harden bringing it up for Brooklyn. It's a three-point game. Now Irving. He's got 5. Back to Harden. Inside. Stolen by Beverly. Now the Clippers moving it up. Morris with the ball. Here's Leonard. Puts the move on. Rebounded by the Nets. It's tipped. Morris finds Zubac, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Common occurrence for Leonard. Once he makes his way to the rim, Kawhi levels up.
About 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. And it's Jordan that's out the key. Back to Harden. Shot clock at 5. Outside for Jordan. Pulls up from the corner. Misses off the right iron.
High percentage look for him. But bottom line, they're not all going to go down.
Pass to Leonard. Fires it up. Makes the most of the high percentage shot. Leonard's got 6 points.
In this period, they're feeding him, and he's feeling it.
Harden the pass to Irving. Back to Harden. A 3-ball. And Irving with the basket on the assist by Harden. He's got 8.
The thing about Kyrie, he has great natural balance when setting up for the jumper.
Beverly the pass to Oturu. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Hey, if you're not going to fight over, you're essentially giving the shooter the look he wants.
Now here's Durant. Pops it up for Jordan. No good that time. Clippers have gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. And Morris throws it down.
Terrific score there off the miss by Morris. Doesn't get a ton of offensive rebounds, but making that one count.
Harden surveying the D. 1:16 left here in the opening quarter. To the inside. He's looking for Jordan and finds him. And slam dunk by Jordan.
One of the premier above-the-rim players in the game, DeAndre Jordan, doing what he does best.
Beverly with the ball. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Leonard against Durant. Leonard the pass to Oturu. And the officials call a traveling violation. For the Clippers, Nicholas Batum. He's checked in for Zubac. Luke Kennard comes in for Leonard. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Patrick Beverly. And the Nets also making a change. Jeff Green, he's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Now here's Harden. Misses the 3.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
And there's the foul. It's on Nicholas Batum. That's his first foul. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for the Clippers. A big group substitution here for Brooklyn. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Harris. Blake Griffin comes in for Kevin Durant. Brown is checked in for Irving. And Landry Shamet subbed in for James Harden. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Now, here's Shamet. Passes it to Claxton. The 8-footer. And that's off the glass and in. Good if it goes. The shot missing. What a performance for Kyrie Irving. He has been the story. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And taking a look at the Nets' performance here, guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
And that has helped them build an advantage here, playing with good focus and good energy.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. So for Brooklyn now, we've got Brown. He's out there with Kyrie Irving. Green is out there with Griffin. And it's Claxton in at the 4 spot. And here's Green. He'll bring it up for Brooklyn. And here is Shamet. He lobs it up. Lock at 6. Fast break. Here they come. Here's Mann. And foul on the shot. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on. And he jumped out to that ball immediately. Great reaction on that deflection.
A little bit late there, but you tried to get into your opponent's head. Force them to go somewhere else with the ball, and he did that.
Boy, your alma mater, UNLV, Greg, has produced some great NBA players over the years. I mean, so many great names.
No doubt about it. Listen, I got a special place in my heart for my former teammates Larry Johnson and Stacey Augmon.
Right.
But also guys like Sean Marion. You go back to Reggie Theus, who was a tremendous player. And right now in the league.
And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
A free throw drops for Griffin.
And when he first came into the league, Blake Griffin's dunking made headlines. And while I'm sure he enjoyed that,
He was also eager to show that there was more to his game.
And the Clippers making a switch here. Morris is checked in. Jackson passes to George. Lets it go from 14. Good. He hits the jump shot. And you know, Greg, in the past, Griffin felt at times criticized as being a one-dimensional player.
I tell you, Kevin, I think he's answered those critics. You look at his passing and his development as a shooter, one of the more complete offensive players in the league.
Shamet finds Griffin. Doesn't go that time.
And what should have been a simple pass and finish ends up at a missed opportunity on that alley-oop attempt.
It started off looking good, but the timing was just a little off, and sometimes that's all it takes.
KD's checked in for the Nets. James Harden comes in for Landry Shamet. From deep, George. Offensive rebound. Oturu. No luck that time in the shot that would have put them on top. And the Nets with possession. Stolen by Jackson. And now here's George, the fast break opportunity. Quarter two and just under 2.5 minutes gone by.
Good job of stepping up to the plate there, seizing back the momentum for his team.
That's the competitor in him. Close game. Let me have this one.
Lobbed up there for KD.
And while his ability to score gets so much attention, Harden demonstrating why he's also regarded as an elite level passer.
Harden against Jackson. Outside, George. George missing again. Durant with it. Guarded now by Morris. Harden the pass to Green. The Nets working the ball around now. Claxton with the bucket. And the Nets lead by 2.
Great pass to set your man up with a high percentage look.
Outside, George. Cousins inside. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Taking the hit, completing the play, something DeMarcus has done his entire career at a high level.
It's Durant on the wing. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. And it's Brown missing.
The defense was begging him to take that shot, and he took the bait, but you can't blame him.
It's stolen by Green. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Claxton, no good. The Clippers have gone 3 of 8 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. Then for the Nets, Jordan, he's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Harris comes in for Green, and Irving subbed in for Brown. Nets have gone 2 of 6 from the field in the second quarter so far. Harden finds Irving.
Yeah, nice silky finish on the alley-oop from the stupendous feed.
That sequence couldn't have been executed any better. Here is Rondo. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Leonard inside. Guarded by KD. Some solid defense there from KD. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Plenty of daylight on that shot. Irving's got 12 in the game.
Can hit it outside, inside, and there you see Kyrie with the pull-up.
Rondo looking around. Batum attacking. Nobody near Leonard. From outside, off the mark. On its way from Irving for 2. No good on the last second attempt there. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Nets lead by 4. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Kawhi, you have grown so much offensively throughout your career. What's the focus at that end of the floor?
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaq is here. Kenny's here. You're watching the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. Brooklyn found themselves in a close game in the first. At the end of the period, they were up by 2. Looking at the... And that'll do it for us. The third quarter about to begin with Kevin Harlan standing by.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. You look at Kyrie Irving in this game, he has been everywhere.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
And many of those quality shots have been jumpers. A very high percentage of those in the first half.
Patrick Beverly out there with Paul George. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then it's Marcus Morris. And it's Leonard in at the small forward position. That's the group starting the second half for Tyronn Lue. The shot comes out. Here's Durant. And then Durant with the dunk.
It looks like a toy hoop for him. KD throws down with ease.
And George kicks to Morris. Dishes to Beverly. Got a piece of it. Here's Leonard, and denied. He sends it right off the glass. There's the lob for Harris. Irving finds Harris. The open shot by Leonard, and it's good off the back of the rim and in. Leonard's got 8 points.
If you can't get Leonard a look inside, this is the next best thing. Terrific touch from mid-range.
Harden against Beverly. Irving looking for an opening from deep. Harden. Rebound by the Clippers. And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half. Leonard, no luck.
Shaky start to the half. Going 1 for 4, still trying to find that groove.
Greg, you're the all-time assist leader for the Big West Conference. In that frame, talk about some of the traits that make for a good floor general, a good point guard, a good facilitator.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you have to be a leader because that's what the position calls for. Unselfishness, instincts, that stuff matters. But ultimately, your teammates got to feel like you play for them. And that's when you have a chance as a team to be special.
I'm assuming you've always been like that. Am I correct?
No, that is not
really?
true.
Wow.
I evolved into a leader. In all seriousness, I think some guys are natural. Others, like myself, had to evolve into it.
Jordan kicks to Harden. Lobs it up for Jordan. That one misses. Clippers trail by 4. And the Clippers call time here.
The wheels have come off a little bit leading up to this timeout. He has taken some low percentage shots, and it's killing the flow of their offense. More motion, more ball movement, that should lead to better looks for him and for their entire team.
Both teams deciding to change it up. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Oturu, it's good on the putback.
Oh, big time putback there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder. Now, here's Shamet. He's covered by Rondo. 7-foot shot. And that one is off. Great D that time from Batum. Kennard, the pass to Oturu. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
With a high basketball IQ and improving playmaking abilities, Luke's growing as a distributor.
Now, here's Shamet. He's covered by Rondo. Griffin against Batum. And that one's good. Griffin.
This is where Blake does most of his damage. Just get him the rock inside the paint.
Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Kennard for 3. Can't hit that one. The Nets go the other way with it. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. Griffin leading the charge. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Now the Clippers moving it up. Clippers moving the ball around. There's 53 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Man passes to Oturu. Shamet with the steal. It's stolen by Rondo. He's got a clear path. Kennard for three. And there's a whistle. That goes on Landry Shamet. That is his first foul of the game. So it's both teams making substitutions here. Defense doesn't get much better than the mobile one block we just saw on replay.
And he's all over that shot. Has it read the whole way and gets the position he needs to make a play.
George with the bucket.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
Timeout called, the Nets. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game, and that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
Brooklyn making some changes. Jordan comes in for Blake Griffin. And Durant subbed in for Green. Harden against Beverly. Harden kicks to KD. Lobs it up for Jordan. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
When Durant gets inside, 9 times out of 10, he's going to score or get fouled.
And so he makes both from the line.
Because he knows he makes a living at the line, he invites contact and sometimes even initiates it.
From deep, George. And the miss.
And something that Harden continues to work on. That kind of defensive effort makes his coaches and teammates proud.
It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Nets out in front. They're up by 2. We'll be back shortly live from Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
This is why you preach teamwork. Some of the most spectacular plays are the ones where guys are feeding off one another.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. On the court for the Nets getting the fourth quarter going. We've got Durant. Irving is out there with Harden. Then it's Joe Harris. And it's Jordan in at the center. Shot clock at 6. Harden the pass to Jordan. Tries it from 19. Unable to get that one. The Clippers go the other way with it. And he lobs it up toward the rim. Hammers the alley-oop through.
That's the leadership they're looking for from Jackson. Staying patient, surveying the court, locates the open man.
Harden outside. Lobs it up for Jordan. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. And here comes Jackson leading the fast break. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Luke Kennard, he's checked in for Patrick Beverly. Zubac finds Kennard. To take the lead. Buries it from three-point range. Kennard's got the lead up to 3 now for the Clippers.
We've seen Kennard steadily increase his three-point shots. Terrific accuracy here.
Jackson against Harden. Jordan the pass to Harden. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. Jordan can't get it to go.
Well, that alley-oop attempt, a case of what could have been, just didn't finish the play.
You know, this is something you practice over and over again. I'm surprised they couldn't execute.
And an intentional foul right there. Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. Kennard, the pass to Jackson. Leonard on the wing, just 5 to shoot. Rejected by Harris. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. And the Clippers making a change here. Cousins is checked in. Nets trail by 3. Second minute off the clock now in the fourth. Outside Irving. Kept alive. And there's Jordan putting it right back in.
Yeah, this is Jordan's mindset, trying to extend the play and convert that effort into points.
Jackson passes to Cousins. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Leonard inside. KD's on him. That one falls. And the Clippers lead by 3.
The power, the length, the ability to finish. Leonard dominant in that painted area.
Irving up top. He's covered by Leonard. Harris passes to KD. Just 5 on the clock. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock.
That's what he does. Put the ball in KD's hands, and he'll deliver.
Jackson deciding where to go with it. Cousins finds Kennard. And here's Leonard. And an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Morris is checked in for the Clippers. Paul George comes in for Luke Kennard. And the Nets also making a change. Green's checked in. And stolen by Harris. Oh, and here we go. Irving's got it, the fast break chance. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Pops it up for Jordan. And stolen by Cousins.
Great job preventing that ball from coming into the post. Might have been an easy 2 if the defense wasn't there.
This is what the team needs from Jackson. Leadership when the game heats up.
Harden outside. Stolen by George. And now they decide to foul intentionally. It's the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion.
You know, no one produces like Paul George does. He elevates your team's abilities in any situation. Tremendous showing of confidence by getting those 2 to fall.
Irving dishes to Jordan. Back to Irving. Fires for 3. Morris with the rebound. And they are in the driver's seat.
Yes, they are. If they come away with points on this trip, Katie bar the door.
Now the pass to Cousins. And then Cousins with the dunk.
Well, credit them for maintaining that aggression, even being up this much.
They don't want to leave no chance for a comeback. Just focus on playing the right way.
Here's Harden. Got it. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
Inside, outside, Harden will attack you from anywhere. Nice play.
And so George will bring it up for the Clippers. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. Morris, no good. In transition, here come the Nets. Irving leading the charge. But they recover it. Not going to go that time. And the call will be against Harris. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. First free throw is good, and that increases their lead to 6.
And a guy who's bounced around the league a little. Surprising
given that Morris is a solid shooter and a pretty good defender and rebounder.
And Harden launches it from deep. Off on that one. So the Clippers with the win. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll